In this video, I'm going to show you the top 15 classic cars that are coming up for auction at the Southwestern Vehicle Auctions Classic Car Spring Auction next Friday the 29th of April. I'm going to be showing you exactly why I think they're a great buy out of the 83 that are available for sale. And stay with us to the very end because I think there's a car that is absolutely amazing that actually would be one that you wouldn't necessarily first think of. So this is Owen Shepherd.
Yeah.
He's going to show us around today.
We've got quite a big selection in this time.
So we're on to 15 here, number 15 in the list.
Yeah, number 15 in the list. She's right down the end over here.
Yeah, okay, and there she is.
She is bright yellow.
Yeah.
1973 Triumph Stag Auto.
Fantastic.
A nice and straight car. It's got off flaws, you know, cosmetically, but a very, very solid car. Yeah. Very enjoyable to take down the road. It was a sunny day that day, and coincidentally, I actually used one of your videos on how to take the roof down on one of these because I was completely stumped. It's
not easy, but actually, when it comes to it, it's not easy.
No,
at all.
it wasn't easy at all, and I was completely stumped.
Well, glad it came in handy. Well done, Owen.
But yeah, a nice little car. Obviously, it's got all the quirks of your normal Stag convertible as well. It's an automatic. If you want to go cruising in the summer with the hood down, sun shining, it's the perfect sort of British sports car to do it in.
Absolutely.
You've got the noise, you've got the feel.
And what? So this is an early one, 73, was it?
Yes, 1973. Yeah.
So let's have a quick look inside if we can. It's a brown kind of interior, which again is in good condition, isn't it? Don't know how many miles it's done.
It's done quite a few. It's done. We've got it down as 142,000.
142,000, but I mean it is a 50-year-old car, so you know what do you expect?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
And actually, those Borg Warner gearboxes are bomb-proof. It's the Borg Warner 35 probably in this one, so that is a very strong auto gearbox. Absolutely. And yes, some people do prefer the manual, but I think it's a good-looking car. All right, so that's in at number 15.
I want to bring you lot number 14 now. Lot number 62. The Morris Mini Cooper, very early Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I saw this as I came in earlier on. Very, very tidy and very, very original. I mean, this is a proper original, deregistered.
Absolutely, 1966 again.
World Cup year Mini.
She's, again, very well maintained because it's not easy to keep a car for that, you know, well maintained for that long.
No. Got the Cooper.
Very original as well. There's not much that's been changed on her. I believe she's got uprated brakes and stuff like that.
And these things fly, you know. We were at Silverstone last year for the Silverstone Classic. These things absolutely flew around the track. I was blown away with just how fast. Yeah,
to think it's only a 998cc as well. It's just
just amazing. It's got a Webasto roof and the roof rack, so you've got plenty of room for your luggage on the back, on the roof if you need to. Yeah,
obviously she needs a bit of work, as you can see, sort of down there. Yeah. But you know, it's all part of the fun of having a classic, I think, is working.
And very investable because these are appreciating all the time, aren't they?
Absolutely,
they really are.
This one estimated at 15 to 17,500, and the Mini is an icon. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. No, there's a lot of following, and interior, again, very, very tidy, very original. You've got the centre pod there with your instruments and a few switches, heater control. Again, you know, the Mini was funny. I don't know how many people, what the record is for getting people in a Mini. Lots of students in the 60s tried to get as many people in a Mini as they possibly could for the Guinness Book of Records. And don't know what the number is. I'll have to look it up later. A lovely, lovely looking car. It really is. Yeah, I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of good interest in this. Yeah, and you've got to be in it to win it, like you said.
Yeah, a lovely car for someone to enjoy. Yeah. Go on to number 13. This is the Mercedes E320 Cabriolet, and this one's quite special actually because it's got very, very low mileage, and the condition of it, as you can see, is fantastic.
It's
superb.
Amazing. Yeah.
You know, 60,500 miles, warranted mileage. We've got all the paperwork to back that up.
That's amazing.
Cabriolet,
service history and everything else?
Yep, service history, MOT history, anything that could possibly warranty mileage, we've got it. Yeah. She's valued at £8,000 to £10,000. Yeah. Lot number 58 in the sale, and she's just superb.
Can see. And summer's around the corner as well, so I'm sure the roof down will be a great option.
I think the thing about this is you've got the comfort and also the low mileage. You've got a classic, an appreciating classic that's comfortable and it's been looked after. Yeah. And I think that's the very least you can ask for in in a classic car like this one. To number 12, which is right here, right next to it.
Okay.
The Austin A40 Sports. So
unusual car, this one.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them in, and it's very rare you get 2 in at the same time. The other one is not as great, but obviously if you're looking for a bit of a restoration project, the other one is more up your road. If you're looking for closer to the complete article, this one is the one. It's a Austin A40 Sports GD3, which means it was made post August 1951. It's just a classic British sports convertible, all the quirks of a classic car. It's just, yeah, lovely. Interior is very neat in this one.
Yeah, no, you can see it smells nice too.
This one's estimated at £5,000 to £6,000.
Okay.
So you know, not your most expensive classic car, but also something that has a fair bit of value, and obviously, you know, will be enjoyment for years to come, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
so
fantastic.
So the next one is a very rare one.
Yeah.
Something that my boss Chris actually asked me to put in, and I know why as well. This is the Auto Union 1000 DKW Coupe, and there's not many of these about.
No, quite quirky, I thought.
They are very quirky.
Yeah.
They're sort of moggy stroke beetle.
Yeah.
Stroke lots of other different things. But again, this car has been imported from South Africa. It's had a well looked after life really. It's not had many owners. I think it's had a couple of owners since it's been in the UK.
Yeah.
Just a lovely, you know, rare, appreciating car again. I wouldn't be surprised if it beats our estimate, but we've estimated it at £5,000 to £6,000.
Right, there's quite a bit of interest, I'd imagine, already, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of interest, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you just look inside as well, the quirkiness continues. You've got the old-fashioned radio in there.
Whoa, look at that, yeah. Proper old pearly white buttons and all sorts of levers. The white steering wheel there. Plenty of room in the back, actually, which is quite surprising.
It's actually a semi-automatic gearbox in this. It can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, but
yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about.
Of course,
it's challenges, isn't it? I suppose.
It is, and enjoying the experience of doing it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You know, nice colour. Again, just adds to the quirkiness, and you know, if that's down your street, then
here it is.
By all means, here it is.
Come on down.
Next one we've got up is the Triumph Spitfire, which is over here.
Spitfire, okay.
Lot 46 in the sale.
Yeah.
And exterior-wise, you know, she's looking pretty good.
Yeah, stunning. Signal red, I think, probably with the wire wheels as well.
Yeah, I think the wire wheels just set it off quite nicely.
I love all the chrome. Yeah.
You've got the shine to set you off down the road. 1964.
64. Yeah. Okay.
And
isn't it?
She's doing all right for her age, I think. There's a few bits that need addressing, but if you're into Triumphs, especially Spitfires, then this one might be right up your street, because it is a fantastic looking car, and I think the red just makes it look very nice, very mean. It almost gives it that little bit more spice.
I think you're right, absolutely. Look at that in there, just very authentic.
If you're a contortionist and you want a classic car, buy the Spitfire.
Yeah, but a stunning little car, brilliant.
Estimated at £6,000 to £7,000, which I think is a fair price for one of these, because you get a lovely British sports car that are appreciated in value. Mark 1s are, you know, they're rare and sought after as well. Yeah. I think this red is just striking, and it definitely does catch the eye.
So on to number 9, back in the main shed now.
Lagonda 3-litre Drophead Coupe by Tickford.
Right, okay.
Because the coachwork is done by Tickford.
Okay.
And obviously there's not many of these about.
No.
I've never seen one of these before it came into us.
I saw it on your website before it came down.
But she is striking, and she's got that very classic British sports car feel about her. Yeah. She's massive. She is a big car.
She is a big car.
But a very good looking one at that.
Yeah, those headlights and the grille, beautiful car. Have a look under.
You can imagine going through the countryside in this one with the hood down.
Yes, and a bottle of champagne and a picnic, I'd imagine.
She's got
suicide doors.
Suicide doors, which are locked on this side.
That's cool, because you can open at the front, not the back.
Yeah.
There's the convertible hood, and it really is. I don't know what length this car is, but it's a massive car. Again, big, huge, great tyres on it. A design icon. It's got trafficators as well that pop out the side. So again, quite a unique car. There's not too many of these.
Get that window
on the road. Thank you. Window cover. Just, I mean, it's such a classy motor, isn't it? It really is.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. So is this
bereavement sale? This one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
But again, loved clearly.
Evidently, yeah.
And this one's just striking. It's one of the best ones in here. Obviously, you know, it's one of the rarer ones, and it's one of the more expensive ones as well, estimated between 60 and 65,000.
Right. And worth every penny. And
so yeah, it's another fantastic example of a British sports car. So absolutely.
And good luck at the auction.
So next up, we have the Daimler Sovereign.
So this is number 8, and the Daimler Sovereign.
Yep, number 8, and
beautiful car.
You know, a rare car, cousin of the Jaguar.
Yes.
And this one is in lovely condition. You know, she's got lovely interior. I think the red interior is sort of a burgundy interior more than anything, but the interior compared to the outside, the white and the black, I think it sets it off quite nicely.
Yeah, for sure. Again, wood steering wheel there as well. How many miles do we know?
It's saying 58,000 miles not warranted, so
58,000 not warranted.
Yeah, so there's no paperwork to back it up, but
no.
The condition of it, you know, it is fantastic.
You can see it's been looked after and probably dry stored as well.
Another one here that, you know, a good looking classic car, slightly bigger than the rest, but you know, if you're looking for comfort, you know, and in a slightly older classic, 1975 this one, then I think this may be right up, you know, your street. At 10,000 to 12,000 pounds, so at the higher end of the scale. If you're looking for something long term, then this probably will suit you quite nicely. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. And the vinyl roof, love these.
Yeah, I think the vinyl roof as well, that just makes it look that little bit more striking, as it really brings out the contrast between the white paint mark and.
No, it does. Absolutely right.
Which leads us on nicely to the Ford Cortina 1600E.
So what number is this on our list?
Number 7 on our list.
So this is number 7 on our list. Cortina.
Yeah, lot number 37 in our sale. 43,000 miles, not warranted, but she has been looked after and she's been owned by the vendor for a very long time.
Yeah.
She's been owned since 1988 by the vendor and his brother.
Okay. Yeah.
So very well looked after. I think she's had restoration.
Yeah.
She's very clean inside and out.
Yeah.
And it's not often that you see a 1600E in this sort of condition.
No, it's immaculate, isn't it? It really is. Beautiful.
I've had a few people say to me they're not keen on the colour, but I quite like it. I quite like it.
Yeah,
I think
it is a standard colour, isn't it?
It is a Cortina standard colour. You know, I think it suits it quite well. I think, you know.
Yeah. Very tidy inside. That is amazing, isn't it? It just look amazingly tidy. That is all wood dash. Again, the seats are in very good condition, and the rear as well. So all lovely. Again, a family classic. I love the door cappings. Ideal family car and a family classic. And
I think this one as well. It's been dry stored when it's not being used. So it's had a good life. It's been well looked after, and I just don't know what more you could possibly want in a classic Ford. And classic Fords as well, appreciating at the moment. Everybody seems to want one, whether it's an Escort RS or a Capri, or you know this Cortina. I think it should be right up there with the rest of them, because it's fantastic condition. We've estimated her at four to £5,000.
Right. It's the age-old story, isn't it? It's, you know, if you've got a couple of people who really want it,
you've got to be in it to win it.
Of course you have, yeah. So
you know,
have a bid.
Lovely little Cortina here, and you know, she's
37. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello, Mr. Stag.
And this is the Renault Gavelle.
Right.
There's not many of these about. 1966, I believe. Obviously, Renault are quite famous. Well, the French are quite famous for doing quirky things with their cars, and this one's rear-engined.
Is it? Okay.
Which would explain the lack of a grille on the front.
And that would throw me.
Interestingly, though, it has a grille on the back.
Right.
So I'm not quite sure how that works for air intake, but
it
there we go.
Works. Blue badge holder as well, so it's been well looked after. Is that? It's almost like an old English white. I don't.
It is.
Is it old French white?
It's a bit of a creamy.
Yeah.
Colour, but yeah. Again, not many of these about.
No.
And
reminds me a bit of a Volvo, actually.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's been well looked after. We took it down the road, and it actually surprised me how well it drove.
Floor gear change there, and some basic dials, but it just is. Yeah, it's just designer, isn't it? Really, and. Is that convertible?
She is a convertible, yes. So the hard top comes off. You can have the soft top up, and then, or you can have nothing at all, you know.
Yeah. So this is number 5 then, Owen. This is the Jaguar Mark II.
Yeah, lot number 72 in the auction, Jaguar Mark II 2.4 litre.
Yeah.
Another bereavement sale, this one. But for something that's been left for a while, it's got fantastic conditioning inside and out.
Yeah.
You know, it is another great looking car. The problem with this one is it's got no brakes.
So, you know, it's not a major issue, is it? Really, generally, it's either way.
Yeah,
they are an iconic car. Yeah.
As I said, yeah, very very clean this one for something that's been garage bereavement sale again, but loved again as well. 1960, so one of the oldest ones in here.
It's a year older than me then.
Not quite, not quite the oldest.
Makes me feel very old now.
So smart. It moves away from your silvers and your blacks and your whites and your creams that you usually get on a Jaguar in it.
Yeah.
It gives it a very smart and a mature look, I think, while also standing out from the crowd.
Exactly right. And you just feel that class as you open the door. You know, they don't just the weight of them. You can just feel is top class.
Interesting, this one, the matching interior. Actually, usually I'm not a big fan of matching interiors, but this one, I think it suits it quite well. It just adds a bit of continuity throughout the car.
Yeah, it does, and very honest and very original. Beautiful leather bench seat at the back there, unblemished. So they've very much looked after that too, haven't they?
12 to 14,000 on this one, which I think is a good price for a good car that you're going to get. That's got very minor issues from what we believe.
Yes.
So, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Superb. Number 4, okay.
That is the Wellsley 6110, and this one, very well looked after.
Yep, okay.
So the same owners owned this one and the next one in the list, which is why I put them together.
Yes.
Plainly because of condition and how well they've been looked after.
Yeah.
Both of which were used for shows. The other one actually is this one, this Rover, the 3500 P6.
P6, yeah.
As you can see, both have been very well looked after. This one, the Rover's been owned by the vendor for 21 years. I don't think this Wellsley's been owned as long. No, owned for 10 years. This one, so not as long, but he's taken pride in both of them.
Yeah, you can see, can't you?
And just
head into the Wellsley.
Condition-wise, they are both just fantastic. Obviously, there's bits and bobs that need doing here and there, but both very well looked after. And
you've got proper leather seats in there, and absolutely quite a lot of space actually in there, isn't there, the Wellsley?
And Wellsleys are becoming more and more popular now as well.
They are. Yes, that's the Wellsley.
So this one estimated from 6,750 to 7,750.
Yep.
If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, this Rover's only £3,000 to £4,000. We've estimated it at. Well looked after. It's got a MOT until next January.
Right.
Which shows again it's been looked after.
Yes.
Very clean. I'm not a big fan of these Rovers, of the P6s, I must say, but this one is sort of stole my heart a little bit just based on condition. Obviously automatic, so you've got that little bit of added luxury of not having to have a manual gearbox. For such a big car.
Yes. They were good solid cars, and again rear quarter lights here as well as front ones, and
again, taking it down being in the car when we took it down the road, you get a good feel of what the car feels like. And you're right, it is a solid car. You can feel that it's been well looked after. It comes from good stock. Another nicely looked after one.
Very nice. Very tidy.
Excited to see how much it goes for in the sale.
Okay, so this is number 2.
This is the MGPB Supercharged. An older classic, 1935.
Yeah.
And interestingly, it has got a supercharger. Let me just get it up this side. I think it is.
Interesting. You got the gearbox in the opening the footwell there.
Good look at it.
Not really looked underneath one of these bonnets before, but iconic car again.
There's your supercharger there.
Oh, look at that. Yes, that's quite tasty, isn't it? Actually, I can see that. Yeah.
So obviously, very rare for a pre-war car to have a supercharger. But But again, this one's been restored. Pretty much a nut and bolt restoration over the coronavirus period.
Yeah.
And what a result! What a result!
Awesome, isn't it? Beautiful.
It is a beautiful looking car. Interior as well as exterior, chromey on it, perfect. Yeah. What more can you want from a classic? Yeah. The light blue on the wheels as well sets it off nicely compared to a chrome. Yeah. It does make it look just that little bit more special.
It's a nice contrast. Interesting dials as well. Look at those octagonal, almost Art Deco kind of influence.
I believe all the dials work as well. So it's a rare thing that you find on. Especially of this era as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, you're right. Actually, that lighter blue does really set it off nice, doesn't it? It gives it a certain look that I think is actually very attractive.
I think if you're into your older older generation classics, this is exactly what you'd want.
Yeah.
Lot number 75 in the auction.
Yeah.
Estimate of 28,000 to 29,750. So
yeah, okay.
One of the more expensive ones, but well worth it.
Well worth it, absolutely. So the one that we said at the start that we thought, and I said, was absolutely amazing. You'll see here it is. It's the Ford Escort.
Yeah, lot number 70 in the auction, the Ford Escort RS 1600 with a BDA engine.
Okay.
Obviously, these things are twin cam, I believe. And yeah, just look at the condition of it. Fantastic.
It's superb, isn't it? It
lovely,
really is supreme.
Lovely glossy condition. Well looked after. Interior as well, excellent. The owner's only had it 5 years, and in that time he's covered 500 miles, which is the reason he's getting rid of it.
Just not using it, basically.
Just not using it, and yeah, just beautiful.
Spotlights on the front there that you'd use for your rallying.
The thing I love about it is that it's got the rally sport vibe about it, but it's also got you know, just an average, just a normal everyday feel about it as well. You know?
Yeah, but as you say, the paintwork on it is immaculate, isn't it? It really is very, very good.
I think the yellow just makes it pop that little bit more, makes it that little bit more special.
You've got sport seats in there, which again are in fantastic condition. There's your floor changer, and in the back, then again plenty of space to take some raving fans with you.
Absolutely. So this one of the more expensive ones, 50 to 55,000.
Yep. Okay.
But I think, you know, the way classic Fords are going at the moment, this is one of the most sought after out the lot.
Yeah.
And a nice looking one as well. 79,000 not warranted mileage.
No. Okay.
But again, no expense spared really.
No,
500 miles in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Well looked after. Just a fantastic looking and fantastic feeling.
It is the most amazing car, isn't it? It really is.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Ford Escort wins again too, right. Now, as I promised at the very start, there's a bit of a surprise in store here because this is the TRT personal favourite of the entire auction this time around. It's a Series 2 1970 Lotus Europa, target price of 17 to 18,000. It has been restored very, very professionally by a guy who's owned it for a number of years, and it's a car I absolutely adored during the 1970s. In fact, I was a bit of a raving fan. So it's a H registered car, and sadly now, I think because I'm 6'2" and considerably bigger than I was in the 1970s, I'm going to find it a little bit close to the ground. I'll test it out in a minute, so stay on for that. I'll just show you in a second. And it's so great to see a car that I used to drool over way back then, and I think you can agree with me and see it is an absolute stunner, and I wish it well for the auction. And I'll be very honest, I'm not even going to try and get into it because I just don't think it's going to work. It really isn't. But anyway, nice car. And if you want to see what happens when you don't go to a classic car auction and buy them remotely unseen, as I did a few weeks ago, then click the link below and watch that video.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.